and welcome back to the Scenic Route with your girl, Jovanna. That's me. What's up? Hi guys! If this is your first time, hello. I'm happy you stumbled upon me. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the love. I so appreciate it. So let's just get right into it. Okay, so I got a question recently, and it was this sweet young adult who was curious about how they can potentially still become a model or an actor despite being shy. And if I had any advice for them. And I was like, yeah, I do. So in the few short months that you've gotten to know me, you probably would think that I am like this really outgoing, like extroverted, loud person who talks a lot. Yeah, actually, that's pretty close to who I am. Maybe more so now. But if I have to be truthfully transparent, I will admit that in the past, and sometimes still now, I am actually a little shy. I know, you probably wouldn't think it, but I am. I've gone through bouts in my life where I've been really shy. And you're like, but you're an actor and you're on stage and you're in front of the camera and you talk a lot. I know, isn't that interesting? The thing is this, okay. Growing up, I am one of 4 sisters, right? And each sister had something. So like, one was the oldest, one was the youngest, one was the princess, and I really didn't have anything to like coin me. Total middle child syndrome, can we say? So I kind of just got coined like the odd sheep or the green sheep, the black sheep. So I'm essentially the black sheep. I'm essentially the rebel. So in order for me to uphold that like category, I had to do things like that were outside of everybody else's norm. So that's probably why I ultimately decided to go down this acting pursuit. And I just was doing things that were just like out there oftentimes. However, internally inside, I was always like, oh my God, what am I doing? You know, some people might have thought I was, perhaps jumping into new things without thinking about them, but quite the contrary. I was always really like doing these like huge analysis, pros and cons, and to see how this could benefit me in the future and I use as a strategy. So many of us can be shy in certain circumstances or can pick and choose where we're more shy or maybe where we feel more comfortable and can be a little more outgoing. However, I'm in company with a lot of shy actors, like self-proclaimed shy actors or celebrities. I'm talking about like big name actors, like household name actors. There's a long list actors that are self-proclaimed shy as well. So did you know that like Brad Pitt or Johnny Depp or Lady Gaga or like Nicole Kidman and Selma Hayek all have said that they are shy? And I'm like, wow, okay, cool. That makes me feel better, right? But then I was doing a little bit of research and I was trying to understand the difference between shyness and being reserved and being an introvert, right? Like there are probably very distinct characteristics to each one of them. So as I was reading about it, shyness in the Webster dictionary defined as someone who's easily frightened. Yeah, that's me. I jump at everything. I'm the most jumpy person you'll probably ever meet. Like someone says hi and I'm like, hi. That's how Oscar met me. That's how he introduced himself to me, my fiance. But anyway, yeah, I'm a jumpy girl. I jump at everything. So a lot of the research talks about how like the shy person might be too afraid to get out and audition in front of a lot of people. However, going into an audition situation, especially initially when I first moved to LA or when I first started pursuing acting, was like, oh my gosh, it was nerve-wracking, Initially, I didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't trained yet because for any of you who don't know, I come from a corporate background. So I did business for several years before I got into acting. And then I became a dancer. And then I became an actor. So I've had several different careers. I wouldn't change it for the world. But the point is that, auditioning can be a little nerve-wracking when you are shy, when you're going to be seen by, 10, 12 different sets of eyeballs, and you're being critiqued from the moment you walk in. Like, they're looking at you up and down, like literally up and down. Yes, it's so awful. Especially when they can't contain themselves and they're like, and you're like, what the heck? That was rude. It's happened to me. It's happened to all of us. Anyway, the point is, I was one of those people that what I told myself was, feel the fear and do it anyway, right? That famous quote, feel the fear and do it anyway. So I think that helped me a lot along the way. And I still continue to lean on that because I don't want to be frightened out of not doing the things I came here on this earth to do. So I guess, took it upon myself to just feel the fear and do it anyway, right? In controlled environments, don't do anything like crazy. So just, you guys know what I mean, like the context that I'm using it in. So the word reserved means that you're more observant and you're more restrained in words and actions. And that describes me as well. Like, I'm an observer. Like, I could be a fly on the wall anywhere and like love it. Like, I just love to watch human behavior and human interaction and human responses. Love that. I love to observe and I love to see how people like act and react, and I just find it fascinating. And I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm certified in micro expressions. So that was part of the training that I did early on as an actor, to understand emotions, because as an actor, you got to know what the character is feeling. And so I had to learn this whole new vocabulary so that I could relay it into my acting. And I'll put some sources and resources in the description box of like some fantastic, amazing information that I've learned along the way as it pertains to emotions and micro expressions and macro expressions and that whole facet of psychology, which I'm fascinated by. And there's another category to consider as well, and that's being an introvert, right? So an introvert, I've done research on, is someone who is more to themselves, more of a loner. They relish in their alone time, and when they go out in public, it can require a lot of energy, and then when they come back in to like their safe quarters, their sanctuary, they feel like they've expended a lot of energy. And that's me as well. So I guess I'm all three. In society, we've often been told or taught or made believe that we need to be the center of attention, the life of the party, the super outgoing, extroverted person to be the cool person, right? I always thought that. And I have a sister who's very extroverted, like extreme extrovert, and she was my older sister, so I always wanted to like be like her, and like I looked up to her, so I thought I had to be like her in order to like fit in this world, because she got so much attention and she was just like so beautiful, and like everybody like gravitated towards her. I am more of like I can stay home and do work and read and write and journal and meditate and do yoga. And those are all very solitary actions. Even when I used to go hiking, I'd go by myself just because I love being with nature. So I think the point is, you can absolutely be in the entertainment business, and it's not just modeling or acting. There's all facets of the entertainment business, a performer or even behind the scenes, whether it's a producer or a director, and still be an introvert or shy or reserved, if not all three, like perhaps I am. As well, as I was doing a little bit of research, I came across a list of famous introverts, anywhere from Tom Hanks, Harrison Ford, hello, Clint Eastwood, is on that list. Julia Roberts and Meryl Streep are all on those lists. So I am no longer, like I used to think that I had to be, feeling the need to be this person that I'm not. Like, yes, I'm bubbly and I'm positive and I'm happy and I'm a big contradiction. I told you guys right off the bat. However, what I've learned is, and the advice I shared for my youngling who asked this question, what I've learned is that if I can accept that side of me, if I can accept that there are parts of me that are shy or reserved or introverted, and sometimes I'm bubbly and sometimes, I'm more quiet, then that's okay. Those are all just parts of me. And they come out in different places with different people in different situations, as they very well should, because, sometimes you have to modulate how you respond in public and be appropriate for your environment or, your circumstances. Sometimes you're in a professional world and you can't come out and be like, yo, dude, what's up? Let's go drink, man. I don't know where that came from. Wayne's World. I don't know. The point is that, if you're shy, if you're reserved, if you're introverted, that's okay. What you can do is accept it. What you can do is learn to love it. What you can do is work with it, not against it. Don't try to not be shy. Don't try to be more loud, because guess what? That's inauthentic. And let me tell you, I tried that. And it reads as inauthentic. And people don't want, to be around people who aren't themselves. And that's that whole thing, be yourself. If you're a little shy, okay, you're a little shy. That's okay. And again, to my younglings who perhaps may have had this question and didn't know to ask, or didn't think to ask, or were waiting to ask, or haven't crossed that bridge yet, just learn to love all these different cool sides of you. Because the more you love them, the more other people will love them. And that, I think, is a huge component and key to living a life we love. It's enjoy those little parts. If you go out to a party and it takes up a lot of your energy and you feel frazzled and you need a day off from people the next day, then maybe that is a sign that you are an introvert. And you know what you do? You take a day off. Take a couple hours off. Watch a movie. Write in your journal. Do whatever it is you need to do to take care of yourself, because that's the most important thing. And if you learn this about yourself and you work within it instead of against it, I promise you, you will be leaps and bounds ahead of the curve. Hopefully it won't take you as long as it took me to learn it for myself. And hopefully this video can give you some little tidbits on what you can do. Just research it. Literally, it's a good thing. When you're shy or reserved or an introvert, it's actually a good thing. It means that you listen. You're a good listener. And as an actor, you gotta really listen, right? So that's actually a good thing in your corner. As an introvert, another key characteristic of it is you think before you speak and before you act. I just think that's kind. I think it's nice when you take a moment and you absorb what it is that you need to respond to, and that you formulate your responses. And you're not just vomit of the mouth the minute that you have an idea or a thought. That's not to say that that's what extroverts do or that's what non-shy people do. However, I think in our society, in our world, at least the Western world, we deem so much more greater the people who are more audacious and more lively, that sometimes us shyer people kind of don't know where we fit, and we think that we're a misfit, and we're not. And we're not. And it's not like we're alone or that it's abnormal. It's just that we're different. And isn't that what this world is about? All different people, all different walks of life, all different experiences and cultures and histories. And I just love that. So if we can continue to understand, appreciate, uphold, and encourage each other to be ourselves, to shine through, to like love it, then I think this world would be like tremendously, infinitely better in the long run. So go out there and do what you want. Follow your dreams. Follow your heart. Follow that little inner voice that's telling you that you want to do this or that, regardless of what you are. Whether you're shy, you're reserved, you're an introvert, you're an extrovert, you're out. Who cares? Fill in the blank. There's always going to be a blank that you can fill that you think you are too much or not enough of. And guess what? It's not true. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. There's plenty of people in this world, on this planet, who were something and became something else because of it. They used it to propel them. They used it to their advantage. They learned how to use it, love it, and maximize that one thing, right? You hear it all the time. How many people were like super broke and used that as like their impetus to become super rich? Like you can go from point A to point B. It's not a straight line. We already know that. It's going to be a squiggly line and it's going to be a very scenic route to get to where you want to go. However, it's doable, and more importantly, you can do it. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. Because as you heard, I started off like as a corporate chick. I was in a little cubicle for years. Then I decided I wanted to become an actor. And then I became a dancer instead. I don't know, it just kind of happened and it was fun and it was amazing. Like, who becomes a dancer in their 20s, right? I became a samba dancer. Hello, I'm not even Brazilian. And guess what? I became a really good samba dancer. And like, I would get hired for all these events, like huge events and parties and hotel openings and casinos. And I traveled around the country and around the Caribbean. And I didn't travel more because my boyfriend at the time was like, don't travel so much. Whatever, don't listen to them either. My point is that you gotta live your life. We gotta live our life. We gotta have the experiences we want to have in order to look back at our life and be like, yeah, I did that. I did that and I had fun doing it. That's right. How cool is that? I'm like such a huge fan of people who like break through and break on. Break through, right? What's the other one? Break through. Just break through and shine. Be bold, right? That's what we've already established. We have to be bold. We got to do what we want to do in our hearts, because life is like short. I know you younglings might not like realize like how short it is yet. But you only go around on this planet once that we know of. And like, why not maximize it? Why not make it the best we can or want? So I hope this message spoke to you. I hope you know that I am like in here with you guys all the time. Thank you for all your beautiful messages and your beautiful questions, and for following me along on this journey, on the scenic route that we're all on, trying to figure this all out together. If you like this video, or if you've liked my other videos, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It definitely helps the channel, as I'm now understanding more and more. So definitely give a like. It helps tremendously so that YouTube knows that I'm out here. Hi everyone. everybody. Hi. And if you want to hear more of these sorts of tidbits of information and go live with me on Fridays at 2 o'clock sometimes, then subscribe and turn on that notification bell, because I've heard of people who are like, I missed it. I'm like, are your bells on? That's funny. Are your bells on? I'm like, turn it on. Maybe that makes a difference. And then they join the next week and I'm like, yay, you are here with me. So we always have a lot of fun. I always have a lot of fun. And I hope you do as well when we get together every Friday at 2 p.m. Your support on this channel means so much to me. Oh my gosh, y'all are incredible. I am like so grateful, and I hope you know that. So thank you for the support always. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the loves. Thank you for the bells. Have a fantastic weekend, and I can't wait to see you next week. Same time, same place, different topic. Bye for now.